Mashuhuri katika kupigania ukombozi wa bara zima la Afrika, na aliweza sio tu kushawishi siasa za Tanzania, lakini vile vile aliweza kushawishi nchi nyingi sana na jumuiya na vyama vingi vya ukombozi. Kwa hivyo mchango wake umekuwa ni mkubwa, na kila tukiendelea kusoma makala zake na tunahisi kwamba ni mtu wa aina yake.
It is just as bad a day as you can imagine, and on top of that, the state is just tinder dry.
774 ABC Melbourne, your emergency services network.
In the latest news, Malcolin virus outbreak in Germany has been contained. The UN reports that the cause and origin of the virus are still unknown. This positive breakthrough is hope for the world today.
I stood in the middle of the street in the middle of Melbourne, and the wind was blowing and the sun was shining and the sky was angry. You know, this angry sky, people talk about it with cloud and smoke and tumultuous wind and dust. And I walked up the corner of the street and I looked up and down the street, and the street was nearly empty. And I looked around and I felt the wind. And the description that came to me afterwards was it was the only time that the wind was hotter than the sun.
At the Alfred Hospital in Melbourne, the decks had been cleared for a major influx of patients.
I was going to have an early night, and then I got a phone call just before 10 o'clock. We'd had 3 incoming burns patients. And we'd been having an average of 1 major burns patient per day up until the
epidemic.
And we did have a discussion on the Friday.
About 9:15, we received a phone call from our headquarters in Melbourne, our head office, and they said that there was a significant situation up here at Whittlesea, that a command post had been set up here, and that they were expecting at that point a significant number of fatalities and injuries.
What was the scene that greeted you when you arrived?
It was probably organised chaos. There was lots of things happening. There was lots of CFA personnel here already who are coming back from the fire scene for relief after being involved all day. There was a huge number of ambulances. I think there was about 20 ambulances here coming and going.
The situation is quite clearly for tomorrow that that we are in almost uncharted territory. And when I say uncharted territory, there are no records that show the sort of conditions tomorrow predicted. I looked at it and said, these figures have got to be wrong. There's got to be a glitch in the computer. In effect, our conditions for the state, if I said they were bloody horrible, I am underestimating them. I have never seen figures like this.
I think it's very important that the nation braces itself for more bad news. This is of a scale which takes your breath away, and I fear things will get worse before they get better.
The Malcolin virus is a strain of the flu virus, which builds up pressure within the body, causing a mass creation of heat, which will lead to external bleeding and hallucinations. When connected with an external form of energy, this virus will implode. This will cause the body to explode into a ball of flame, burning the flesh and any object around it. Anyone who believes they are infected with the Malcolin virus must seek medical attention immediately.
Sasa unavyotutizama sisi wa Tanzania au sisi tunaoinukia au hawa wanaokuja kuwa viongozi na hawa waliopo sasa,
ndio maana tunachapisha vitabu kama hivi na kuendeleza fikra zake na kujaribu kuzijadili ili watu wa vizazi hivi na vizazi vijavyo waone bayana, wa appreciate zaidi.
Beginning at Bunyip at 5:35, the American Air Force launched its first of many attacks against those believed to be infected with the Malcolin virus. At 9:20 a.m, Kilmore was set ablaze by what is believed to be a group of fear-driven citizens. Within hours, the entire area was engulfed in flames. All personnel were ordered to evacuate. At 11:30 a.m, a large force was dispatched to Marindi, ordered to shoot on sight. The team gunned down anyone believed to be contaminated by the virus. The town was later burnt down. Later, the fires of Marindi and Kilmore met, creating a 100-kilometre firestorm. This final act of nature went on to contain the virus. After the aftermath of February 3rd, Australia was left with hundreds of thousands of people injured and still an unprecedented amount of people killed or missing. Currently, research is being done to pinpoint where the blame should be placed and the origins of the virus.
At least 25 people are confirmed dead, and the toll could eventually climb much higher when emergency workers are able to reach the worst hit areas.
As dawn broke on Sunday, the full extent of the devastation and grief caused
the Malcolin virus
started to emerge.